What up, wolves? Blade Master here, back with some more Total War Room 2 online action, and I've taken Odrysian Kingdom 2.0 in this matchup. It's the new and improved Odrysians, and I'm going to be fighting Massilia in a quick battle. And with the reason why Odrysian Kingdom has been improved so much is that now they have access to 2 mercenary veteran hoplites, so that actually gives them the ability to have a pretty strong hoplite line. So you can get a total of 5 hoplites now, 3 mercenary hoplites and a couple of mercenary veteran hoplites. So that's what I've done here. I've interspersed a couple of mercenary veterans with regular mercenary hoplites. Behind them, I've brought a very strong skirmish line. I've brought 3 Thracian peltasts and a couple of Thracian skirmishers. Now these are very strong skirmish units because they have 41 missile damage. They do have only 7 ammunition compared to picked peltasts who have 10 ammunition on top of 41 missile damage. But they are very capable units. If you 3 or 4 volleys from their javelins should be more than enough to kill off even the most heavily armored units. I've also brought a couple of Thracian cavalry and a couple of Thracian horsemen, and finally a couple of Thracian noble cavalry, and 4 Thracian warriors to be the very deadly mid-tier infantry that they are. So you can see that this is a very balanced, actually pretty strong army that I'm able to field with access to javelin cavalry, powerful javelin cavalry, powerful noble cavalry, the elite tier melee cavalry, some pretty decent cost-effective low/mid-tier cavalry, good range of skirmishers, very strong hoplites, and of course Falx units are always a bonus. So right now with the Odrysians, you can definitely feel quite a strong balanced army. I haven't taken any Thracian nobles, and that's only because I don't think they're really worth it at this point. You need, so much of it depends on their charge, and it's not even like they're a shock cavalry unit that can be easily maneuvered. That's why I think they are not really all that worth it, and they are of course very susceptible to missiles. So a lot depends on their initial charge. If you manage to mess up their charge, then they're basically worthless, and you would have wasted 1300 talents for nothing. So instead of that, I've just brought 4 of these guys. Even if you mess up with these guys, it's not like you've lost a ton of money. And in general, I think that Thracian warriors are a much better investment for your money. So he's brought 4 Hippeus lancers, a couple of Gallic hunters, and Gallic hunters are just a terrible unit to bring these days, I think. Here I just got into their rear with my Thracian cavalry, and they're about to slaughter them. I'm pulling away with one of my other Thracian cavalry, just baiting his Hippeus lancers to run away. And he's brought a line of 7 Massilian hoplites, and so 7 Massilian hoplites, 4 Hippeus lancers, and a couple of Gallic hunters, one of whom has already been destroyed. I think Gallic hunters have decent morale. 40 base morale isn't great either, but I'm surprised that they still managed to last after all that. So now I've got a pretty decent hoplite line, definitely one that isn't as strong as 7 Massilian hoplites, but can definitely hold the line for long enough. And the difference is, while he's only brought hoplites, I've got skirmishers and hoplites. So while both of them are being engaged, my peltasts will just be able to destroy these Massilian hoplites very quickly. And I'm pulling away with my. Sorry, if you hear that noise and you're wondering what it is, it's my mouse. My mouse wheel is so old that my mouse wheel always creaks when I scroll around. But yeah, that's my. Let's just make that a Blade Master tradition, a Wolf of Remus Total War tradition. Anyways, my skirmishers are destroying his. Well, they're not destroying, but they're definitely getting a lot of HP damage on his Massilian hoplites. He's put them onto hoplite phalanx. So have I. And the thing is, now his Hippeus lancers don't really have much of a place to go. I've got Thracian horsemen and Thracian noble cavalry on either flank, who will be who can intercept them. Meanwhile, Thracian warriors over here helping out in this fight. They're going to destroy these Hippeus lancers, and my Thracian royal cavalry got charged in by his general, I think. But either way, they're just going to hold up that engagement. Meanwhile, my Massilian hoplites are just firing on, my Thracian peltasts are firing onto these Massilian hoplites, and they are starting to drop very quickly. And that 41 missile damage is starting to take its toll. I've caught his Thracian horsemen with his Hippeus lancers with my Thracian horsemen. I think I caught them while they weren't charging in, so they won't be able to be very effective here. My Thracian, I think it's my Falxmen or my Thracian warriors. I think it's my Falxmen. I think I brought some Falxmen. Yeah, these are mercenary Falxmen. Getting into the rears of these Massilian hoplites, so that charge was pretty deadly. 15 kills on mercenary Falxmen, on Massilian hoplites. and from a unit that costs 320 talents. It's beautiful. I'm turning on firing flaming shot here and getting a rear charge with my Thracian cavalry. Not like it'll do too much. I think I this tactic is definitely one of the best tactics that you can use with good melee javelin cavalry. But I just did it a bit too soon. Although I have killed off his general, so that's obviously going to send a pretty big panic shock across his line. You can see his Massilian hoplites are at steady now, and I'm killing off a lot more of his Epeius lancers, and the Massilian hoplites that I got that deadly charge off with my mercenary Foxman is starting to waver now. But yeah, the flaming shot combo, it works, but the thing is, flaming shot, the morale penalty lasts for a very short time. I think the morale penalty is quite deadly. I mean, 15 decrees. I think it's a 15 decrees. See, these guys are at 55 now, and usually they are at 65. So it is only a 10 decrease in morale, and it only lasts for a couple of seconds, or maybe like 10 seconds max. So if you can time that in with a war cry and a rear charge, then it'll definitely be effective. Or if you've got like a scary unit, and then it can be definitely very effective. Other places that it can be effective is when you're rear charging a very depleted unit. So not something like a Massilian hoplite that has like 80/100 men. So yeah, the timing does matter in that tactic, but it can definitely be very useful. So I'm just collapsing my line onto the rears of his hoplite line and just systematically destroying them. Thracian warriors with 90 kills here, mercenary Foxmen with 110 kills, almost a double experience chevron. They did really well. And now my Thracian warriors are... I didn't bring any... I brought 2 Thracian warriors and a couple of mercenary Foxmen. So you don't have enough money to bring 4 Thracian warriors. And that's quite a big difference, because I think Thracian warriors are a much better unit than mercenary Foxmen. Although in this kind of role, these rear charges, mercenary Foxmen will do just as good a role as Thracian warriors. So they are starting to get shaken. They should probably... I'm surprised they haven't routed already, because the enemy general has died. And at this point, my opponent decides to call it a game. Decisive victory just kind of shows, well, this army, this Massilian hoplite army, isn't the greatest. I mean, obviously, it's not very great, but the tools are there. I mean, these Epeius lancers will be very good against enemy Foxmen. So if I had brought a Fox heavy army like a usual Odrysian Kingdom army, this would have done better. But I just wanted to put this video out because this is it shows the prime example of how Odrysian Kingdom can be a lot more versatile now. Bringing up a very strong hoplite line backed up by very strong peltas and skirmishers. That surprise factor can help you win games such as these. He shouldn't have definitely my opponent shouldn't have brought 7 Massilian hoplites. Should have brought some skirmishers. I don't think Massilia has great skirmishers, but if he had brought some more greater variety in his army, he probably could have won. Anyways guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.